843-667-1818. $7 at the door this Saturday, 10 a.m., $5 in advance if they'll call now by Friday, and of course, a real need to pick up the phone, and then $3 for groups of 10 or more.
Absolutely.
So really, they can, as you highlighted, I mean, they could buy tickets for 9 of their friends for $30 and then say, I'm taking all of y'all to a concert at 3:30 in the afternoon, but you got to get out earlier. It's good to be there a great opportunity to get out at 10. You've got food available as well for folks who get out there early.
We've got a food court. We've got a soul food court.
Right.
We've got barbecue. We have a barbecue cook-off.
Get down. I need to get up with this.
We have had one over the last 3 years, and we have a barbecue cook-off, so we have people there that are cooking the barbecue on site,
yes.
and then they're also selling it at the event. So it's a part of not just the eating
right.
and the fun, but just being in that environment, being around people who care and understand and love
right.
you and want to be a part of what you're doing as well.
We got about 9 minutes, Larry, as we think about, for our viewership all over the PD, southeastern North Carolina, here on the Strand, and Orion, Georgetown County. A lot of folks want to know it's the 16th annual South Carolina Black Family Expo, but can we come? If they're not persons of color, can you come?
We, as we said in previous years, we don't exclude anybody.
Right.
We believe that as a part of our community, we have a mission that says that we need to speak to the needs specifically, of the African American community,
right.
and we do that. But it's open to anybody who wants to. There'll be non-black people performing at the Expo. I know that there's a group called Genesis that's a local group that's a very, very mixed group in the community, and they're a local group, and they'll be performing. So we have vendors
sure.
from all walks of life
sure.
participating in it. We have a lot of things that'll be going on for anybody who wants to have a good time, who wants
right.
to enjoy themselves, and who wants to learn.
Absolutely. You've also got some tremendous sponsors, Larry, folks that have been sponsoring you year after year. You brought a great program along with you, but it highlights some of those sponsors. Share with viewers people who've been with you even year after year, or just this year, maybe first-time sponsors.
Well, our lead sponsor has always been Carolina Ford Dealers, and
yes.
and I've got to take hats off to them because they've been there through from the start, and they took a risk on us early on.
Yeah.
McLeod Health Center
right.
has been there from the beginning.
Right.
They've always been.
Wow.
And they are the leader in making sure that we have the health services that we need at the Expo.
They're a tremendous community hospital.
Food Lion is great. Has always been a good partner.
Right.
We brought in last year. We brought in Alltel as a partner. King Cadillac is coming in this year as a new partner. The person who will help us facilitate our financial workshop, Washington Mutual, is on the table. And the Progress Energy is there and has always been there for us. Pepsi-Cola of Florence, the airport in Florence, Florence Airport, Florence Regional Airport, is one of our sponsors. Crown Beverage, who's the
so many more. Yeah.
And we're blessed to have not just those guys, but we have about 10 media sponsors.
That's great.
We've got people like Fox.
This station here.
Exactly. We've got people like Fox. We've got Florence Fountain Peck, but we've also got the morning news.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking off camera about She Magazine. She Magazine is a sponsor. Golden Life is a sponsor.
Right.
We've got...
Of course, your own paper, Community Times, and Black Book.
We've got 6 African-American newspapers, 5 in South Carolina and 1 in Wilmington, North Carolina, that are sponsors of this particular event. We've got 5 radio stations. One of the blessings of doing this event, Greg, is that when we start to talk to media about participating in this event, we always have a challenge in terms of guys trying to position themselves as the lead media sponsor.
Right.
We've actually had to turn down some media sponsors because they were not in tune with where we wanted to be.
Right.
But we have people like the radio stations who are saying, I want to make sure that I'm a part of this. What can I do? And so it's not one of those calls that we have to make. It's calls that are actually coming to us. That's a really good problem. We started this out a few years ago with the two major TV stations before you guys came into play in the market. the two major TV stations literally fighting for who was going to do the remote.
13 and 15.
Fighting for who was going to be able to do the remote, and actually fighting to see who actually got the greatest presence. And they kind of, I think one of them upped the ante and said, we'll bring in some talent, and they won. they start bringing in soap opera talent for us, and so they actually won in that particular case. But it is exciting to us to see not just the corporate support that we have, but the
community support. You're expecting 7,000 some folks. Sure,
the media support is outstanding. When you're reaching out to people who most people think are competing with you, and they're willing to sign on and be a part of what you're doing without hesitation. That says a lot about who you are and what you've been doing in the community, because it says that somebody out there respects you. You mentioned the numbers. We're shooting for 7,000 people to come to this event. We're pushing every opportunity through media, through direct mail, through all the pieces through the internet to try to get 7,000 people to this event. We hope that we get 10,000.
We probably have many more,
but the challenge basically is to keep pushing and to try to get them to either call 667-1818 and talk about getting tickets, or go online at SCBlackFamilyExpo.com and find out what we're doing and find out how they can be a part of it, because it's something that's important to this community. And it's not just important to the African American community, it's important to the total community. One of our sponsors, one of the people that we're committed to getting and is signed on, at least verbally at this particular point, is the city of Florence. We're talking to the county, we're talking to the economic development people. See, this piece has an economic impact on the community. Last year, we believe the numbers show that we had about a $400,000 economic impact on the community in terms of heads and beds and people coming into the community.
Just for that,
coming in, and because we've got people coming from as far away from as North Carolina, and we bring in talent obviously from Detroit and places like that. So, when you look at it from that particular perspective, it's not just a good thing for DBS Communications, which is the parent company of this particular event, but it's a good thing for the community as a whole. And it's an event that we think that is sellable to people who are coming in to do business in Eastern South Carolina.
Absolutely.
What is the cultural base of South Carolina? What are the good things that are going on? And this is one of the good things that's going on August 11th, this Saturday. This will be it. This will be the place to be. And again, if there's any questions, call us at 843-667-1818.
If a viewer called right now, and it's 7:25, if they were picking up the phone, calling right now, if someone's not there, can they leave a message?
They can leave a message, but I've done this more interesting thing. I did it a couple of years ago, and it's basically that my cell phone number is connected to my office phone. So if you call my office and you don't get through, you can always call my cell phone, and then you'll get me on my cell phone. And trust me, at 10, 11 o'clock at night, or especially since we've been promoting this particular event, Sunday afternoon to Sunday morning at 1 o'clock, we're getting calls. And my wife is looking at me, why is your phone ringing at 1 o'clock? But the truth of the matter is, we believe that if you really care about people, that's a small price to pay. And to basically be accessible to people. And that's what we want to do, is we want to be accessible to people, because we want as many people to benefit from this event on this Saturday as possible.
And the key word's family. It's the middle word in the whole thing. Black Family Expo.
And families come in all shapes and sizes. We've seen the growth and the diversity of our community, and so we can say black family, but that's not that you can look around our community and see that that's not always going to be inclusive of one black father and one black mother. And there are going to be multiracial families in our community. And we invite anybody who has an interest in improving their quality of life and learning and enjoying themselves to come out to the particular event this Saturday.
Vicki Winans, big name. The opportunity to get her in, performing 3 to 4 around that time. But again, viewers should get out there at 10, be out there for the full day. We've got less than a minute. Some other big things that are happening there.
We've got a bounce house. We've got a bounce house for the kids. We've got obviously the workshops that we talked about. But we've got, as I said earlier, we've got 35 different groups that are going to perform during the day. And it's going to go from gospel to hip-hop to dance. And then we've got, add to that 35, we've got about 10 to 15 people, young people, between the ages of 5 and 18 who are going to perform in the talent portion of this particular event.
Great. Larry, thanks so much for being with us
this
morning. I'm sorry we ran out of time. Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Larry Smith coming up next. Take the time, get your pen out, get some paper out, write this down, 843-667-1818, 843-667-1818. You heard Larry say it. If you call and no one's there, it's going to redirect right to him. Take the time to write that down, or scblackfamilyexpo.com. scblackfamilyexpo.com. There's a lot going on. All this is going to happen within the next 100 hours. You can be involved. Tomorrow night, the P.D. Black Hall of Fame, and of course honoring our elders, a real opportunity to get there at the Shriner Center. Ticket costs $25. Ticket costs $25. The reception's at 6:30 to 7:30. The dinner's at 7:30. One person from each county, as well as some other amazing folks honoring our elders. Pick up the phone, 843-667-1818. You need to call by noon tomorrow to make sure reserves, so we'll have enough food for you, but only $25 at the Shriner Center. But more exciting, the Florence, not even necessarily more exciting, but a real opportunity this Saturday, 10 to 6. 10 to 6, Florence City County Civic Center. Again, same phone number, 843-667-1818. Pick up the phone and call. The tickets are $7 at the door, but if you call by 6 o'clock on Friday, you can reserve $5 in advance per person. And if it's a group of 10 or more, $3 per person. Think of that. The opportunity to see Vicki Winans out there performing around 3:30 or 4, between 3 and 4. Everything will be wrapping up by 6 o'clock. You can get out there all day. A lot of vendors, a lot of great performers all day long. That's this Saturday, August 10th. Get out there. August 11th. A lot happening in the next 100 hours. Pick up the phone or go online to scblackfamilyexpo.com.